On February 11, 2015, a Haitian man was found hanging from a tree in a public park in the Dominican Republic in what appeared to be a lynching incident. Dominican police were quick to make a statement suggesting that race was not a factor in this attack. However, this hastily developed explanation feels inadequate to many human rights activists given the turbulent history between these two countries that occupy Hispaniola and more recent racially charged events that have further isolated the two halves of the island. The day before this incident, Dominican nationalists came together in Santiago in protest of Haitian immigrants living in the Dominican Republic. They called for an immediate mass deportation as they burned a Haitian flag. As this was a relatively small demonstration, it may be tempting to dismiss it as an isolated event. However, the 2013 immigration legislation stripping citizenship away from thousands of Dominicans of Asian descent suggests that there exists a larger problem.
Well, to understand the conflict, we have to go back to 1697, when France and Spain divided Hispaniola in two after battling for control. Haiti gained independence from France in 1804 and subsequently took over the Spanish Dominican side in an effort to free the entire island of slavery. Haiti occupied the Dominican side for 22 years. During that time, the Spanish-speaking Dominicans were restricted to speaking French, and Haitians enforced oppressive rules on labor and the redistribution of Dominican wealth. Although the Dominican Republic eventually gained its independence from Haiti, it's thought that this period of occupation was where their relationship started to sour. Since then, several social and economic factors have contributed to deepening divisions. Today, tensions are largely motivated by racism. Human rights experts observe that Dominicans openly discriminate against Haitians because they perceive them to be more black, despite both cultures having African ancestry. Dominicans argue that they have more European heritage than their Haitian neighbors. This anti-Haitian sentiment has endured since 1937, when dictator Rafael Trujillo led the Dominican Republic. Rafael was obsessed with pale skin, and under his rule, around 10 to 25,000 dark-skinned Haitians living in Dominican border towns were murdered. Economically, the Dominican Republic fares better than Haiti. Experts suggest that this disparity comes down to the way Hispaniola is divided. While the Dominican Republic enjoys plentiful rains, the mountains that border the two nations cut off Haiti's rainfall. The semi-arid climate, coupled with deforestation problems, has meant Haiti's agricultural production is more restricted than the Dominican Republic's. All that being said, when the 2010 earthquake devastated Haiti, the Dominican Republic was quick to jump to its aid, providing food, water, and rescue workers. Sadly, this feeling of goodwill didn't last. So what went wrong? Well, after the earthquake, more Haitians took refuge in the Dominican Republic. However, a recent High Court ruling retroactive to 1930 means that refugees can only be granted Dominican citizenship if at least one of their parents is a legal resident. According to reports, more than 200,000 Haitians are now stateless. Following the decision, Haitian-Dominican tensions have escalated into violence, with reports of Dominicans burning the Haitian flag and open calls for the deportation of all Haitian refugees. Experts suggest that countries like the United States and other Caribbean nations may have to get involved if the new ruling continues to perpetuate human rights abuses against Haitian refugees.
The focus of my paper will be the print media coverage of these most recent events. I have decided to focus on written sources from the Dominican Republic and Haiti and will analyze how each news outlet reports on events that relate to the relationship between these two countries. These sources include Listín Diario and Haití en Marche. Beyond the fact that the sources are written in different languages, I will analyze how tone and word choice either reflects a biased perspective or indicates that the newspapers are neutral outlets. My ultimate goal or purpose is to investigate the role of language in perpetuating a hostile environment or raising awareness for positive change. To enhance my analysis, I plan to draw from Duranty's theory of culture as participation and Barrett's discussion regarding relations between migrant and Anglo workers in the United States. Duranty describes speaking as a social activity and says that speakers of a language form part of a speech community. As Haitians and Dominicans speak different languages, they participate in different speech communities. This language barrier was historically important in dividing the two nations, and I will explore how it continues to affect their relations today. Barrett discusses how the competing functions of Spanish serve to reinforce racial segregation and inequality in the workplace. I plan to apply this to the dynamics between Haiti and the Dominican Republic by examining how language factors into discrimination. Although Haitians speak a different language, the Dominicans of Haitian descent living in the Dominican Republic who are affected by the new legislation speak Spanish. It is interesting to see how Spanish could become a tool for solidarity as it was in the restaurant and Barrett's ethnography. However, racial differences seem to take precedent over these linguistic similarities. For our class discussion, I would like to receive input on the scope of my project. Should I include the perspective of the people rather than solely focusing on the media? Should I incorporate international media sources? Is this perspective needed? I would also love to hear your feedback on my use of sources from class and your ideas for more theories I could use to strengthen my analysis. Any and all feedback would be appreciated. Thank you for watching.